I'm Carrie Bammer, and I am the Animal Care Manager here at the Humane Society of South Central Michigan. We are located at 2500 Watkins Road, Battle Creek, Michigan, 49015. Our hours of operation are Tuesday through Friday from 12 noon to 6 p.m. and on Saturdays from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. We are closed to the public on Sundays and Mondays. You can reach the shelter by calling 269-963-1796, and you can also visit our website at www.hs-scm.org. If you see any of the animals today that you are interested in, we cannot always guarantee that they will be available by the time that you see this, so you would always want to call the shelter at the number that I've given you, or you can always visit our website to see what animals that we have here that are available. Please call the shelter to find out more information on any of the animals that you see today that you liked. And thank you for watching. Welcome to the kitten area of the Adoptable Cat Room. This is Thaddeus. Thaddeus was born in July of this year. He is a domestic medium hair. He is a normal kitten, very playful. He gets along with the other kittens here in the room. He will most likely adapt to a cat in your household as long as they're introduced properly and slowly, which we go through all of that when we do your adoption council. Thaddeus was a stray. I think that the mother had been hit on the side of the road, and he was brought in here. He is now neutered. He is up to date on his shots, and he is ready for his new adventure. And this is Thaddeus. This is Thor. Thor is another one of the kittens that we have that are available. He was born in August. He is a little smaller for his age. He is a very energetic kitten. We don't really recommend young kids with Thor. He doesn't mind being picked up and held, but he is a little bit more on the independent side. He's very playful. He does okay with the other cats, but holding on to him, you know, if he gets really in an energetic mood, with smaller children, they might get scratched a little bit. Not that he means to do it, it's just his personality. He is a very nice kitten, and he's very cute. He's got a nice little cute petite face. When these kittens came in, they did have ear mites pretty bad. They had fleas really bad. We've treated them for all of that. They're much more healthy now. As you can tell, they got a nice clean coat and healthy, ready for adoption. And this is Thor. This is Tia. She is a female kitten. She was born in August of 2014. Tia is a very adaptable kitten. She does well with the others that are here in the room. She plays very good with Thaddeus. They're actually very rambunctious with one another, so if you're interested in two kittens, they would be a very good match to take home. She most likely will do well with children of most ages, as long as they're respectful. She is healthy. She's spayed, up to date on her shots. She most likely will adapt to a dog with a slow introduction. And this is Tia. This big, beautiful gray female is Zerai. She was born in May of 2012. Zerai is a very quiet and independent girl. She would most likely do best with kids that are 12 to 15 years or older. She tolerates the other cats here in the room, but would probably prefer to be the only cat in her new home. She may tolerate a dog as long as it does not want to use her, does not think she is a play toy, or does not want to play with her. She most likely will not play well with a dog. She may be okay with a smaller breed. It just really depends. Zerai she does have the long hair, so she will need to be brushed on a weekly basis just to make sure that you're keeping her free and clear of the mats. And you should have just a little bit of experience with a long-haired cat if you're going to adopt her. She is not a kitten, so she is an adult, and so her hair is already kind of set the way that it's going to be. Zerai is going to make an awesome companion for the right person, couple, or family. This is Maverick. Maverick is a male domestic longhair. He was born in May of 2013. Maverick is a very affectionate boy. He does love being petted. He does not mind being brushed. He tolerates the other cats here in the room. He may be good in a home with 1 or 2 other cats as long as there's plenty of space. We've kind of seen him around some of the dogs here, not like one-on-one, but through the cat room glass door, and he does not have any aggression towards the dogs, so he most likely will adapt to a dog in the home as long as it is cat friendly. He might do best with kids who are, 8 years or older. He's not really keen about being held or picked up, so some younger kids like to carry cats around. Maverick is probably not one of those that wants to be carried. If you notice that he does kind of have his ears held funny, we do believe that he may have had ear mites really bad at one point in time, shook his head or scratched at him really bad. So they're a little bit injured. A lot of air can't get down inside there, so you do have to keep them clean for him. If you come in and visit, then you can kind of look at them and you can see for yourself. It does not stop him from being a normal active cat whatsoever. He's actually a very nice boy, and he is the favorite of quite a few of the shelter volunteers and workers here. And this is Maverick. This is Styles. Styles is a male domestic shorthair. He was born in April of 2013. Styles has actually been at the shelter since June of 2013, so he was just a kitten when he came in. Now he's all grown up. He is a very nice cat. He is very playful. He gets along well with the other cats here in the room, and so if you're ever interested in adopting more than one, he would be a good pair to go with a couple of the other cats here that he has relationships with. He most likely will adapt to a dog as long as it is cat friendly and they are introduced properly and slowly. He is very active and playful, so he would do well in a home with kids that are 8 years and older and are respectful of him. Styles is going to make an awesome companion for the right person, couple, or family. And this is Styles. This is Fred. Fred is a male domestic shorthair. As you can tell, he's tiger. He was born in April of 2014. Fred is quite the character. Anybody who's come in the room, everybody knows who Fred is. If you haven't met him yet, trust me, when you come to the Humane Society, you will meet Fred, because if he has any chance, he will be sitting on you, jumping on you, chewing on your hair, or just letting you pet him, because he is very, very affectionate. He is very, very social. He does well with the other cats here in the room, so he most likely will adapt to a cat in your home. Pretty sure he'll adapt to a dog also. He has got a great personality, and he is going to make somebody an awesome companion. He may be a tiger, which a lot of people seem that is just kind of a, not really an outgoing look to a cat, but Fred is going to make an awesome companion for someone. And that was Fred. This is Tiago. Tiago is a male domestic shorthair. He was born in June of 2014. Tiago came in as a little kitten, and here he is. He's still here. He's very affectionate. He gets along well with the other cats here in the room, and he most likely will adjust to a dog as long as it is cat friendly and they are introduced properly and slowly. Tiago would probably do well with children of most ages as long as they are respectful of him. He'll make a great companion for the right person, couple, or family. And that was Tiago. This is Chrissy. Chrissy is a domestic long-hair female. She was born in November of 2010. Chrissy kind of hangs out in what we call a timeout cage, but it's not because she is bad. Our timeout cages are also our introduction cages. So when a cat first comes into the room, we use these cages so they can acclimate to the room, and they come out when they're ready. Chrissy's one of those that prefers to stay in the cage. I think she probably would do best in a home as the only cat. She may tolerate a dog as long as it is there's a nice long introduction, and maybe it would be different in a home setting rather than in the shelter setting. It's really hard to know. She's very, very affectionate. I think she's absolutely gorgeous. She's got a beautiful coat, beautiful coloring, and nice green eyes. And like I said, she is very affectionate. If she will get kind of playful, cleaning her cage, moving her around, doing all that kind of stuff. She tolerates pretty much all kinds of handling. And so she's going to make an awesome companion for the right person, understanding, gives her time to adjust to their home. And I think that they'll just have a great cat on their hands. And this is Chrissy. This is Arugula. She is the last of our salad kittens. She was born in April of 2014. Arugula is kind of a dependent kitten. She's very, very young. She came in with her sisters, and she was kind of the most shy out of the group, but she has come a really long way. She is what we would consider as being an independent cat, as towards she does not necessarily need another cat to feel confident, but she does well with some of the other cats. She most likely will tolerate a dog as long as they're introduced properly and slowly, and the dog is not really a high energy dog. She is a cat that is going to be a little bit more low maintenance. She's not an in-your-face cat, but will come out when she wants some attention, but she's not going to be the kind of cat that's going to sit at your feet and meow at you all the time because you're not paying enough attention to her. She most likely will do well with kids that are maybe a little bit older and not as rambunctious. I don't think that she would do well in a household with a bunch of young kids that were, running around playing with toys. I think that would be a little bit more than she could handle. So, she is going to make a very nice cat for the right situation. This is Pixie. Pixie is a domestic medium hair female. She was born in July of 2013. Pixie has a little bit of a peculiar personality. She does like attention, but she doesn't like too much attention. And some of it could be from irritation here in the cat room, because I do believe that she would like to probably be the only cat in her home. She may tolerate one or two other as long as there's lots of space. She does love watching the birds out the window. She's got beautiful big green eyes. She most likely will tolerate a dog as long as it is cat friendly and they're introduced properly. Because of her peculiar personality, we recommend older children in her new home, and somebody who understands cat behavior, because she's kind of like a cat's person, Somebody who knows cat personalities would understand Pixie's personalities. And this is Pixie. This is Mr. Gunther. Gunther is a male domestic short hair. He was born in March of 2014. Gunther came in as an itty-bitty kitten. I don't even think he was 2 weeks old, or I think he was like 3 or 4 weeks old when he came in, but he was very tiny. And he is still here. Gunther went into a foster home. He did very well there. He has a great personality. He can be kind of persnickety sometimes, but if you can get past some of that type of attitude, he has a lot of love to give. He does well with the other cats in the room. He can be kind of a stinker with them sometimes. So you might want to adopt another cat that's about the same age, or if you have a cat at home that kind of has the same personality, sometimes they will kind of knock each other around a little bit, so that way the attitude is put into place. Gunther was most likely be a dog's best friend. I have a feeling he's more of a cat dog than he is a cat. He would do best with kids that are at least 10 years or older, unless it's a little girl named Riley, which was one that had fostered him, and he absolutely loves her. So if you have a little girl named Riley, maybe, it would work out really well. Gunther's lots of fun here in the room, and we just know that he's going to bring a lot of fun into your household. And this is Gunther. So to go to our centerfold, this is Whiskers. He is a male domestic long hair, and he was born in January of 2012. Whiskers is a very independent cat also. He would most likely do best in a home with maybe one or two other cats, or all by himself. He most likely will tolerate a dog with a slow, proper introduction. He may do best with kids that are at least 10 years or older. And somebody who has a little bit of experience with brushing the longer-haired cats. He is an adult, and so you really have to build up that trust. Not exactly sure where he was at prior to coming in here, and what he was exposed to. So sometimes brushing can be a bad experience previously, so then you have to work up to that to do the trust, so that way you can make sure that there are no mats. Long-haired cats do require just a little bit more grooming, and they can't always do it all themselves. So Whiskers, he's going to make an awesome companion for the right situation. If you're interested, just come on out to the Humane Society and visit with him. And this is Whiskers. This is Cece. Cece is a female domestic short hair. She was born in August of 2011. Cece came in as a kitten with her sister. She was actually adopted, and then she was returned at about a year later. They were moving, and they could not take her with them. Cece would probably prefer to be the only cat in her new home. She may adjust to a dog as long as it is cat friendly. Cece is very, very pretty, and she is very affectionate. She does not mind being held. We still don't recommend her going with kids under the age of 8 because you really have to know how to hold them. And most of the people who do pick her up are kind of cat experts around here, so they understand how to pick her up, how to hold her. There are certain staff members that can hold her like a baby, but I don't really recommend that with just some random person that come in and want to pick her up and hold her like a baby. She probably wouldn't trust you that way. But she does not mind having her belly rubbed. She is very food motivated. She's very playful, and as you can tell, she really likes to have her chin scratched. Cece is going to make an awesome companion. She has been at the shelter for over a year now, and almost 2 years actually, and she's really, really ready for her new forever home. And this is Cece.
AccessVision, your voice, your community.